question: did you bring enough candy to share with everybody? That's how this works. What? Or at least me, yeah. Exactly. Oh, dang. So, today we're going to be talking about autopsy. Does anybody know what autopsy is? Do you have a good idea? Anybody? Jonathan, you got a good idea? What's autopsy?
Like when she dies, cut them open, weigh their organs.
Yeah. Yeah, that's actually exactly what we're going to do today. We're going to cut open organs and give an autopsy. Yes. Thank you, Jonathan. So autopsy is another forensics program, kind of like NCASE or FTK. It has a lot of the same basic functionality. You know, you could open up images and process it and find information like, you know, internet evidence, pictures, deleted files, all that kind of things that you can find in NCASE or FTK. The big thing that's really awesome about autopsy is that it's free and open source. So one, it's for a free tool, it's super powerful. But the open source part about it is really cool because this means that you can make your own little programs called plugins, and you can actually plug in like little modules into Autopsy, and this will allow you to do added functionality to Autopsy. So whatever you can imagine that you want, you can do, because you can program it and put it into Autopsy. It's a feature that makes it kind of really awesome, that you can kind of change it and make it your own forensics tool, really. So, without further ado, open up Autopsy. Does everybody have it installed? Good. All right. So open up Autopsy. There's a couple other versions of Autopsy. The first version 1 and 2, are actually Linux versions, and if you ever see them, you'll not even recognize it. It doesn't look anything like this version of Autopsy. It's ugly, and it's a web interface, and it's really, really not that good of a program. But this one, completely different. Autopsy 3 is made for Windows environment, which is really good. It's much more case-oriented, and it's becoming a pretty big tool for examiners nowadays, especially if they want free tools. I know when we went to the conference, Brian Carey was saying that he has a contract with the military, because the military likes using this program because they don't have to carry dongles out in the field and stuff. And the problem with dongles out in the field is they get, you know, sand in them, they get broken, stepped on, lost. It's completely free, easy to use, and it accomplishes a lot of the things that you would need to do in a forensics investigation. So first thing we're going to do is create a new case. Give it a name. We're going to use the famous B. Parker image. Now, I don't know if all of you guys know B. Parker, but B. Parker is awesome. So B. Parker, we're going to call it. For all you guys in 317, you'll know. We're going to make a folder, so just browse. Go to your D drive. Make a new folder and call it Autopsy. You can call it your name too, so I'll just call mine Autopsy Rector. Boom. Select. Okay. The next case number. So case 1, I'm calling it. Examiner. It's myself. All right, and then finish. So that's actually kind of similar to our first steps that we do in NCase and FTK. We have to do these basic things: make a case folder, give it a date, a name, that kind of stuff. This is very much the same stuff. So right away it asks us to add an image to this case. So we're going to do image file. If you click down here, you can do other things like a local disk. So we could add our C drive, our D drive. We can add logical files as well. But we're just going to do an image file. So browse out to the classes folder. So classes, fall 2013. 31701. B Parker and B Parker.e01. We're gonna change the time zone to Central Standard Time with Central Daylight Time also, because for those of you guys in 317, we know this is a Central Time Zone image. And one of the things you'll see in Autopsy is that it does lack in registry analysis. That's one problem we'll see. So that's what we'll do there. Click Next. These are what I was talking about with these little plugins and modules. These are the things that Autopsy has in it already. So when Autopsy processes, these are what it's going to process. It's doing all the processing right now. So it's going to do a recent activity, hash lookup, archive extractor, all these things. Keyword search. Keyword search is basically indexing. It's the same thing. And Thunderbird parser, which is emails, right? That's an email client, Thunderbird. Unfortunately, B Parker doesn't have any Thunderbird emails, so we won't see any emails, which is another problem with this. We're also going to process unallocated space as well. It'll add a little bit more time, but that's okay. Next, adding data, complete, finish. And as you can see, even though it's processing right now, you can see in the bottom right, down here, recent activity, it's processing right now. It also gives you these little notifications. This is cool. It's like Facebook. It gives you notifications. That's cool. Ingest messages. And they're basically what it's doing right now. So it's done the hash lookup. It says, well, you don't have any hashes to add, so I'm not going to do that. And then now it's going through recent activity right now. And while this is going, you're able to browse evidence right now. If you click over on the left side here, right here, Volume 2 NTFS, that's our B Parker image right there. You can browse right through it. You can look at the way this is set up. It has this browser pane over here, a directory listing over here, and then down here on the bottom is where you'll see the results for your files that you click on, things that it parses through, media, images. It has an interface that's very like, FTK or NCase. It's not totally unfamiliar. What's up, Kevin? So that's good. The one thing that is a little bit strange about it that might take a little bit to get used to is that with FTK and Imager, we usually have to, like FTK or NCase I meant. FTK, we have to go to different tabs to find email or pictures and graphics and overview. We get all those things. We don't have to do that with this. It doesn't have any extra tabs. It doesn't have anything to open like NCase does. In FTK, or in Autopsy, it's all right here. There's a views area, and that's where you'll find file types, recent files, deleted files, extracted content, all that kind of stuff. How is everybody's processing going? Is it still processing? Yeah? Okay. So while that's processing, let me also mention that next Monday, at 6 o'clock, we're not having a meeting, but we will have pizza here. Yay! Pizza! Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So there's soon to be pizza here.
Andy literally had to sell his soul for us to get this pizza.
I did. Right now. It's hanging next to Wendy's keychains and stuff. It's weird. But, yeah. So there will be pizza. So come. I told Wendy that we have like 25 people that come. So that way she'll give us more pizza. So there's probably going to be a lot of pizza here. So come. Bring your friends. Or don't bring your friends. We want more pizza. But, either way, 6 o'clock. You don't have to stay here for long. Grab some pizza, hang out with some DF friends, and go on your merry way. Yeah? Sounds good? Does that sound good to everybody? Everybody's going to be here? Yes? Brandon, you look very blank, like, I don't know what's going on. You okay? The next club? Oh, for cyber defense. Okay. Alright. So there's that. As well, I guess while we're waiting here, let's continue. It's a little early to think about, but next semester, we always have, in the spring semesters, we always have like officer nominations and stuff like that for the club. So it's not a bad idea to start thinking about whether or not you want to be an officer for the Digital Friends Club. I would recommend it for sure, and I think that the rest of the officers would as well, because there's a couple things that it gives you besides a resume booster. It gives you some skills that are really important, like public speaking, getting to actually do some extra studying outside of classes. It means that you have to really know your stuff to be able to teach this stuff, and I think that the rest of the officers agree. Brandon, that guy. Jonathan, that's his name. Yeah. So, think about it. If you have an interest in it, come to me, talk to me. So I want to make sure you guys are ready for that. And I think it's a great, really is a great thing for you guys to do. It'll help. It'll help. What? I don't know. This computer is ridiculously slow all the time. Are you guys all done with yours? So. Is it still on file ingest?
99%.
Okay.
100%.
This computer always takes a while.
No, it's now on keyword search.
Oh, the good news is that I can continue anyways. So, let's look around some of the stuff. If we go into Volume 2 and we start looking at documents and settings, Bonnie, my documents, my pictures, my car wish list. Oh, what just happened? My car wish list. And then pick a picture folder. AC Cobra. So one of the things that we can do here is change just a thumbnail view. So any folder that has pictures in it, we always have the option to put it into thumbnail view. That's pretty nice, I think. We don't have to click to a whole different window and get out of the evidence that we're browsing and stuff. We can just, anytime there's a picture, we can click the thumbnail view. That's pretty nice. So if you click one of these thumbnails, you'll see it down here as well on the bottom, where in the media tab. You can click through text. It does not. That's because mine's still indexing right now. But you guys might see something in text. Does anybody see things in text? No? No? Oh, you do? You have actual stuff in the text? Oh. Thanks. Okay.
Under strings that stuff listed, though.
What?
When you look under strings, I think that's what you might.
Maybe. Yeah. What? Yeah. There's metadata, obviously, so there's access created, change, basic stuff. This is going to eventually be calculated, this MD5. Strings, right, this is what he was talking about. Strings. Now, this strings, this is this is really what they did here. This tool, Autopsy, just has a lot of Linux-based tools built into it. This is just the Linux strings command. You run strings on a picture on this file, you would get the exact same printout as you do here. And of course, you can always look at it in hex. FFD8, FF, it's all there. It's kind of a nice hex viewer too. It's pretty spacious. I like it. Other things we can do, like FTK or NCase, right click. We can tag the file. We can do, this is basically our bookmarking. In fact, there it is, bookmark. We can do a couple things. We can do tag and comment. So let's do that, tag and comment. Put it in the bookmarks, make a comment. It says, whoa, really nice car here. Bam. We say, okay, let's change to a different folder, Ferrari. Let's look at this blue Ferrari. And this time, we'll do a new tag. Make a new tag name, call it blue Ferrari. Okay. And I don't actually think that you'll even have to, yeah, you can quick tag it and put it into blue Ferrari. Bam, there, now we have that blue Ferrari in the blue Ferrari bookmark. You can do tag file, do quick tag, and put it in there, tag and comment, and new tag. Those are basically your bookmarking options there. Pretty simple, straightforward. And if you want to ever look at your bookmarks, go scroll all the way down on the left to tags. You look, file tags, blue Ferrari. We have, I have two, okay, that makes sense. Two blue Ferraris there. And in the bookmark, there's Cobra. So that's where that stuff ends up being. So everybody's done processing. Because mine's the only one still gone. You're still processing?
I'm done processing.
You're done processing? Is everybody done processing? Okay. So mine's just taking its old sweet time. Some other things to look at that you can do. If you go to local settings and then history, history.ie5, click the history.ie5 folder, and click index.dat. Can somebody tell me why index.dat is important to us? Anybody know why index.dat is important to us? Nobody knows. Okay, great. So index.dat is important to us because it stores internet history for which browser? Does anybody know? Internet Explorer, thank you. Awesome, you guys are great. So Autopsy does a kind of a nice job of parsing it. If you look in the text, this text tab down here, you could look at it, and it actually, what it literally does is it takes out the text from, or the ASCII from the hex, and puts it all together like this. So you can read it, and it's pretty nice. You can copy, select all, and export this to a file, make it more readable. You have your metadata, strings will give you the same type of thing, hex, look at it in hex. So that all exists there. So let's move on to the next area that we have. So the views area. You click file types. So this is kind of like our overview area in FTK. Click images. We got all the images. Thumbnail. So we want to look at this in thumbnail view. Bam. Got all of our images. That's nice. I think it's a little bit more convenient than FTK, but it's still, it's simple, but it's easy. Videos will exist. Audio, archives, all there. Documents, so HTML, Office, PDF. Maybe we want to quick tag it again, put it in bookmark, bam. Easy to do. Other things we can do, we can extract files. So if we want to extract a file, push extract file, save it to the desktop, no problem. Simple and easy. File extracted. Don't believe it? It's there. There it is, audio.pdf. And it even opens. Slowly. Any questions so far? This is all. Is it too fast? Is it? It's all good. All right. Great. Anyway, so yeah, there's that audio file. Executables all here. exe, cmds.com, .bat, all there. That's it for your file types views. Recent files. This is a pretty cool feature, I think. If you click these, you'll see like dates. So final day -6 is October 26, 2002. That's nothing in it. That's awesome. What about final day -4? Has 163 in it. October 28, 2002. Final day, November 1st, 2002. It kind of, these are recent files, and it kind of classifies them by date, which is cool. So you can look in here and see what the most recent files are. So there's available list.doc, 3.5, the A drive link. A lot of these files will look really, really familiar to you guys who've looked at B. Parker before, right? You can see that you can find all the same stuff that we found using Ncase and FTK, if maybe even a little bit easier. So there's that. And there's a whole entire view for deleted files. So, file system, bam. Guess who deleted winner.jpg? What do you think that was? I don't know. Something bad, probably. That's why they deleted it. Diamondsafe.com? What? It's crazy. All these temp files, that's normal. So yeah, all of this is there. Deleted files, file size. So then you can even specify by file size. So 50 to 200 megabytes. Let's look at that. What's in there? I don't know. Driver.cabin, hybridfill.sys. I don't know what hybridfill is. Does anybody else know what hybridfill is? Yeah, good. Steve knows. Good. Hibernation. So when you hibernate your computer, all the RAM goes into hybridfill.sys. How that works? What?
I was going to say it's written to the hard disk.
Hybridfill. Yeah, hybridfill is written to the hard disk. Yep, correct. And there's even a file that's over a gig. I don't know what that is. Bad cluster. Okay. So that's it for the views. Any questions so far? John, is that a question? I see you're squeaking over there. Huh? You found a registry viewer plugin.
Yeah, the guy had it there, but I'm trying to get it down.
It's not working? Yeah, that's one of the things you'll see is that's not strong at all, is registry in this. But there is a registry plugin somewhere for this. Okay. Oh, nice. It looks like my keyword search finished. So, before we go into extracted content, let's actually do a keyword search. So, type in wedding. Search it. It's going to do a search. Might take some time. There it is. And you'll notice that all of these keyword searches will go into, over here on the left, if you look, you'll see single literal keyword search. They'll all show up there in that tab very soon. It's almost guarantee it's going to do that. It did before. So we can click on, so mine's still going through it. So the other thing that's kind of annoying is while it's doing this, it appears that you actually aren't able to really do a whole lot while it's doing these keyword searches. You click around, nothing seems to really work. Can you verify that? Is that, yeah. So while it's doing this keyword search, you kind of are stuck. Guess you're just going to look at it for a while. That's a little bit of an annoyance, but it is what it is. Hopefully it'll finish soon. Nope, still not. That finished for anybody? Most people's finished already?
Yeah.
In the single literal keyword search, do you see all of the searches there? How many do you have? 63. Great. So if you click that, you see all your search hits? And can you kind of see how you can do the same thing you wanted if you wanted to bookmark and tag and all that kind of stuff? You could do that from these search hits. That's search hits. That's keyword. That's how that's. This would be equivalent to doing an index search in FTK and NCase. I don't know that they have a live search feature. In this, you can also do regex. You can search by regular expressions, which is what you can do in FTK as well. NCase is grep searches. Okay, so in the results tab here, we'll look at devices attached. Where did they get this from? The system file, of course, the system registry file. So it does do some parsing of registry files, but not a whole lot. So we can see iOmega Core. This is that zip drive. And then this other device here. So that's kind of nice, gives you that data. EXIF data. So for each of these pictures, it gives you the date and time, device model, and the device make. So the camera that took it, Olympus Optical, device C240, blah, blah, blah. There's a Kodak, different Eastman Kodak company. So there's that. Installed programs, grabs this from the software registry key. So you can see Microsoft Windows XP, Microsoft Office, Adobe Photoshop version 6. That was kind of important. Remember we talked about that a little bit. Outlook Express, which is an email client. There's some things there. Raw tool output. This is kind of their idea of registry analysis. You get NTuser.dat, and if you look down here in results, you kind of get stuff, but it's really ugly. And you really don't want to do registry analysis like this. At least I wouldn't. Does anybody else want to look at this for registry analysis? Nah, it's rough. That's rough. But that's why they have a plugin for that. Have you any luck getting it in there, John?
Yeah, I'm just trying. I got it installed. I'm just trying to get that shit.
Okay. Recent documents. As soon as mine unfreezes. So if you click the recent documents area, right, there we go. The recent documents area, you'll see everything that it was recently used. So available list.doc, B of A, Bora Bora. You see where it's located, D drive, wedding, items, Bora Bora Island. Another thing, so can anybody tell me kind of some of the problems that we might be seeing right now so far between FTK, NCase, and Autopsy? What they do a little bit better? What about that D drive? Anybody remember where that D drive was located?
Wasn't it an allocated space?
It was an unallocated space. What was it? It's another extra partition, right? The D drive was another partition.
It got deleted.
So Autopsy's not finding that at all. Autopsy's like, there's not even a place to add that other partition like there was in NCase. What do you miss, John?
I was going to say, yeah, NCase.
NCase didn't find it either, but at least you could, if you knew that it was there, you could add it there. You can't even do that. in Autopsy. In Autopsy, you would have no idea there was a whole other partition. Registry Analysis. How about picture-wise? Remember when we did pictures and we went back to file type, images, thumbnail? If you search through, if you would go through all 8 pages of those pictures, any pictures that were missing, that were actually very, very important? Yeah, there's a couple of pictures that are missing, right? Child porn pictures. And what about those DLL pictures, right? Those DLL pictures that were actual photo IDs.
Yeah.
So if we were doing this case in Autopsy, well, we would find out this B. Parker, Bonnie's completely innocent. Bonnie hasn't done anything wrong. That's what we would find using Autopsy. That's not to say Autopsy is a bad tool. That's just to say you have to know what Autopsy is capable of and what it's not. So, okay. Under web bookmarks, you'll see the bookmarks for web browsers. Pretty self-explanatory there. Web cookies, same deal. You see where these cookies are from, so you can see the URLs, where she got these from. Diamondsafe.com, diamondsforever.com, passport, web history. Parses out all your web history for you. That's really nice. Parses that right from index.dat. So if you look, you'll see where this all came from. Diamonds Forever, Marriage is in Heaven, Diamond, Generator, Corvettes, all there. Web searches. This was kind of cool. I like that this. So we can actually see what she searched for. So she searched for Ferrari photos. She searched for Dodge Viper. In images.google.com, she searched for Ferrari photos again. AC Cobra. Ferrari. Corvettes. Ferrari photos. This was something that I didn't see in NCase or FTK. I don't remember seeing that, finding all these search terms. Honeymoon places. Diamond rings. So that's kind of cool. I like that. That's what we got for there. Keyword hits all go here. It also manages to, it automatically searches for email addresses. So if you look through these are all supposedly email addresses. There's Gaylord, www.frigategaylord.com. stval. Yeah, I guess it finds these in the image. So there's that. Hash sheet hits. If we had a hash set, it would probably find hits. You can import hash hits, by the way. Email messages, nothing. We know there's emails in this image, right? Big problem there, right? That was, yeah, that's a problem. We can find those email files actually, but as in the DBXs, PSTs, we can find them in this image. Problem is we can't do anything with them. That's a problem. So those are the big things in the data sources area that's basically the capabilities of Autopsy there, as far as what it can do processing-wise. Couple of extra little things that are really nice. You can search by MD5 hash. So if for some reason you had the MD5 of a file, you could search by that. That's cool. You can do a file search by attributes, so you can put in a name. We could do, so if I did wedding, and I put the size greater than 1,000 bytes, I don't care about the date, and I leave everything else checked, do a search. Should get some hits here. So you could do a little bit more of a specific search in Autopsy. That's nice too. You're not just limited to the search over here. Plugins. That's where we would add plugins. So we can check for updates, available plugins, check for newest. I did this. Is this where you found
I put it in where you have the installer for this. If you want to add it, it's not processing it right now. Let's see what it's going to do for us.
Okay.
taking kind of a little while, but yeah, you can add it under there to add that plugin.
Okay. If we have time, I'd like to see that. Make timeline is really cool. So under tools, click make timeline. It's going to create a timeline for us. This is super powerful. This is probably this is a good, really, really good feature of Autopsy. Something that's probably better than FTK and Encase, that it can do this. Good thing is, mine's going to take 2 hours to do. Oh, maybe not. Everybody else is already done. Probably finished pretty quickly, right? Yeah, it should be quick. So you should have gotten a second window to pop up, right? No? No second window. Yeah? Okay.
There you go.
So in this second window, it splits up these files into years, first of all, so we can see where the most activity occurred. So let's click 2002. We can see that most activity occurred in October. Okay, let's go into October. Most activity occurred in on the 21st. All right, let's see what's in there. Oh. So there we go. You see all these system files, NFT, log file, bitmap, kind of a lot of system files, which is strange. Let's try 1030. So there's a lot of files there too. Okay. Alright, there's some stuff. Dad did some things there. Startup, printed. Let's change this to thumbnail. See what pictures are in there. Google Pictures. Devilish. Wedding pictures. Vacation spots. So, and from here as well, we can do our normal stuff. Like we can extract, we can tag. So I don't want to do a quick tag, put in bookmark, bam, no problem. This timeline, you could almost do your entire analysis from this timeline window, which is really, really, really powerful. If you were just looking for, think about maybe even e-discovery type stuff. I guess they do a lot of stuff that is specific to dates only. That would be really good. It even allows you to go to by date or by years, and it tells you how many items are in this. So 2002 has the most items by far, 21,000 of them. But that's not to say there's nothing in these other ones. Okay, so exit out of that. Last thing we're going to do is generate the report. Really, really, really nice looking report. So let's keep it with HTML. Next, we're going to do all results. Finish. It's going to generate this report. And when yours is done, just click the link and it'll open right up. Mine's going to probably take longer than yours. So you guys is done already? Yours is done? Okay. Did you open it? How does it look? Pretty? Super pretty? Those of you guys who've played with Encase, compared to Encase, how pretty is it? It's beautiful. No? You disagree with me? Are you kidding? You've all seen Encase. Not all of you guys actually, is lying.
This looks awesome.
But it looks nice. It's a really nice report. So mine's opening. Like, this is a report that you could actually show to a lawyer and it would make sense. It's nice. Devices attached. Access metadata. File tags. All. Oh, we can also view. Wow, really nice car here. I'd like to see what that looks like. Oh, nice. No problem. How cool is that? Keyword hits. So these are all the things that when I searched. I did user searches. Wedding. All the wedding hits that I found. That's just awesome. It goes through that. Web bookmarks, web history, web search. All there. Easy to view. It's nice. It's good. It's a good report. So those of you guys who are in 417 next semester, maybe you could use Autopsy to make your report. Or maybe not. Alright. Any questions? You guys have 0 questions about this. You have a question, Josh?
Yeah, how would you load a module into Autopsy?
Right, so let's see if we can do what Jonathan just said. Yeah. Can I do it right through the plugins here? Add plugins. So he went to downloaded, add plugins. I think you could probably follow along with this, Josh, too. My computer, T drive, Forensics Lab. Is it this guy? I'm guessing. NBM. Plugin distribution file. Open. Windows registry file. Oh, yeah, that's the guy too. William. That's him.
Install.
And then hit install. Next. Accept it. Install. Okay. Continue. Restart. Later. Did you have to restart it to get it to work?
Yeah.
Ah. Okay.
It doesn't. I mean, it's.
Did you have to process the case and everything again
You don't
too?
have to reprocess it. There's no like save features. It's like FTK. There's no save.
Right, because this is all database based as well. Okay. So we'll start it. Autopsy. And his actually worked pretty nicely too. It was not a bad registry viewer.
It's been chugging along. It takes a little.
Is it still not done yet? Can you view things while it's chugging?
I have no idea where they are. Like I'm assuming it's going to create its own category when it's done.
I think I would imagine.
But it's good because obviously people are going to be writing plugins for this. There's only like 2 or 3 plugins on the website right now
Okay.
listed. I'm sure there are more around, but
So, as you can see, this tool is it's good. It's also missing a lot of things that would be important to us. But I think as more developers continue to make plugins for this thing, it's gonna be really powerful, and maybe worth taking a look at. So
go to your data sources and right click on it. Or open it up, sorry, and right click on the B Parker. Run the ingest modules. Obviously you don't have to run those.
boy, if yours chugged along.
I might have checked the unallocated space thing.
Oh, okay.
But as you see, your file index is at 0%.
And it says parentheses 1 more. Oh, 1% now. I assume it's gonna be in the results.
Results, but I'm not really sure. At 78% now.
Okay. Is anybody else running the registry thing? You guys are running it?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Whoa, check this out. LinkedIn sectors. Anybody wish they would have had Autopsy to find the LinkedIn sectors on the test? Nobody? Great.
Where do we find email addresses?
Or maybe. Yeah, look at this. There's a whole.
Process that image with this and see.
Yeah, you should.
Find that email address.
It might have found it right in email addresses too. Look how many of them there are. Apparently in the B. Parker image, there are 1,800 email addresses.
But most of them look like they're from the cookies.
They are. Most of them are from the cookies.
So,
if you look at the regex expression for them, it's pretty broad. Look, see, keyword, regular expression.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of... A cookie would match it. That's
Right.
and I think that's what happened
You
for a lot
could,
of
in
those.
theory, just click on the result, how many hits you get. So by clicking the hit, if you go to email addresses,
Yeah.
number of hits, sort descending, number of hits.
Okay.
So you get most of your email addresses that the person.
Oh,
commented.
nice. Nice. Yeah, that's good.
And the only flaw with that is that they only use an email address once, and you're screwed. Like with the
Yeah.
with one of the guys who sent the
Clyde
guy
Barrow. Oh yeah, the guy I know what you're talking about. The guy who sent the bad pictures.
Yeah.
I got you. All right. Any other questions? Yeah. The other thing is that they were email attachments. Email attachments aren't going to show up in the images because they're email attachments. If there's, you can find the emails in here. If you search, maybe Bonnie777 at hotmail.com. So there, and if you do a search of Bonnie777 at hotmail.com, right there's Hotmail inbox.dbx. That's an email file that holds emails, and you can click that and read it in Autopsy. It's not very easy to read, but you can do it. So look at inbox. So there's some text, some cool photos. Old Richie. WD told me you had some books from Rich, stuff we could use to diverse and stuff. The counts. See you later tonight. That's all email stuff. This is an email attachment. This stuff right here, that's an attachment. What's going on is that it's encoded. I think it's encoded using base64 encoding. But FTK and Ncase fix all that for us. We don't have to look at that. We see an actual picture. So that's what's going on there. That's why you're not seeing the child porn pictures. The thing that I don't understand is that I actually think that those pictures also exist in the temporary file, the temp file, but they didn't show up in images. So that kind of, oh, but you know what though? They wouldn't have an image extension, so it must not go signature analysis based. Yeah. So that's another downfall. It's not signature analysis based. Any other questions? What do you guys think about Autopsy? Some opinions of Autopsy. Good. My man loves his pizza. Sweet pizza. Is that for the club too, or? I'm just kidding. Okay, well, you guys don't have any other questions, then that's all I have for you. Remember, next Monday, 6 o'clock, pizza party. Bring all your friends. Or not. I'm aiming for not. But bring yourselves and have some pizza. Okay? Thank you for coming to our last forensics meeting ever this year. Won't see you guys again until next year. It's funny because Next year's a month away. Thank you for the one laugh. Okay.
So where could we get more modules if we wanted to? Just go to. What,
I would search autopsy modules. I don't know exactly.
It's not like they don't have an app store for all
No.
this.
How did that work for you, John?
Yeah, it's still doing stuff. I'm now stuck at Windows Registry Extract.
Steve, you wanna take care of this bad boy?
What?